on the map. You see 2 common in the first outing in a best of 3, but they want to shut down the potential that Cloud9 have never played it officially. So there we go. I'm sure Cloud9 have practiced it, as Sean pointed out. They left it in the pool at E-League, so they've probably got something up their sleeve. They will be able to start on the CT side at least, seeing as it's Winstrike's pick. So some positives to come out of it. We don't know. We have no idea. You can see it looks like Cloud9 are the favorites, but as we get into it, we'll have a look at the buys. 2 smokes suggest that Winstrike head towards outside. And actually, what have we got here then?
Interesting. That's going to go seconds. Wow, that's very well thrown.
Just the decoy.
Second skylight decoy on top of the site.
Just to maybe bait out a smoke like early on. You think it's something else?
Rush is right there, though. So all it really is a nice, clever throw, but it doesn't really do much. So Cloud9, holding as a result of this, have automatic on the kit. And the rest, ready to brawl. Stacked up at ramp position as well. They've left outside open. They want to just be able to rotate quickly. That's the goal. And the rotations from ramp going upper means to go heaven. Rush needed to stay efficient. He only got 1. The single smoke is covered off the top side of the ladder as well. So Zelsis goes forward. He's going to flank around, wants to hold off on Lobby. But bomb already planted. And Norbert holding as he is towards Squeaky. Not to mention a fantastic position from World Edit. We saw it just off to the right. Zelsis really had no chance back into it. Flusha has to pretty much do all the hard work because the kit still holds for automatic, but he won't be able to duel as effectively without that armor. He's got to go, though. He's going to give it a try. Checks behind the vents. Standard position. Good shot on the Waylander. Down to the man who's got all of the work to do, plus the chance to defuse it. He's got a smoke on top of the bomb, but unfortunately, they're all over him and already knifing it as well. Tries to tap it and bait him in. That does pull one through. He's still got time on this. He can knife back. It's a counter knife, but Boomich is going to get it. At the very least, that would have given more money to Automatic. Now it's more money to Boomich.
That almost got a little bit scary for them. If he'd even knifed them in return and gone for a defuse, that'd have been absolutely wild. Winstrike, the heavy favorites on Nuke for sure, just because of the lack of information we have on Cloud9 on the map. You can see a nice upper approach here. The Molotov towards the CT vent actually didn't land. It was a decent approach. It did get the frag, but ultimately the CT buy didn't have to move there. And it will be Rush getting 1 kill and Flusha unable to trade as he held towards heaven. Heading towards that side though. No force buy here from the CTs. We're going to see plenty of rifles out and a couple of SMGs as well. Very standard procedure. Smokes down. Winstrike look efficient on this map. Oh, they're actually taking a dink on their way through. Hold it up. 50 HP. But no one down lower, I would assume. It looks clear to me.
Quick, getting the first shot already. Automatic trying to do damage as well. Did he just... No, Waylander's damage was done before, sorry. I thought it looked like he lined that up and actually hit it with the pistol headshot through the garage, but I don't see red on the HUD. So that indicates it was not done then. Bomb planted. Here's a real benefit for the radar.
Yeah.
That's upper and lower for you.
Yeah, it's the only map that has multi-layers to it, so we have to demonstrate how it works.
Kind of. Overpass to some extent, but it's not stacked quite the same way. It's actually a very hard thing to do. I remember in MapCore when we were judging, there was someone that attempted, I think they may have won the first season of MapCore, that attempted to make a multi-layered map, but it's not an easy thing to balance.
Yeah, definitely not.
As proof with Nuke, let's just say. But it's become a lot better, certainly on this iteration. And the T's are leading now. They'll get their second round on Winstrike.
Ooh, good job from Kirishima. That's plenty of money farmed. He's got 5k now and an MP5, which is actually useful on the CT defense. 2-0, but some extra cash there. He could even drop over an AWP if he really wants to.
The benefit of dropping the AWP in this situation as well is that it would have armor, right? You would presume that they buy armor, drop it over. It's not a glass cannon, otherwise it would be. And he had the armor to carry himself, so everything's lovely. They don't even... they did keep the MP5. Zelsis is going to have it. He's been a team player about that. He's willing to play the lesser weapons to make sure his teammates are in good positions.
Yeah, I've certainly been a critic of his performance so far. Oh, maybe there's that as well. That was not thrown correctly. But yesterday was great. Against Fury, I managed to step up and get into this position. Smokes have missed all over the shop.
That's the one. That's the one that missed. It was almost like the bind key didn't work.
Looked like his head would hit something.
Either way, it's a massive problem for them because they don't get a player in towards Secret as was the intent, just to get that one player down there and hold it so that they had options. Instead, they now have to put Three players outside to follow up. He got there in the end. Waylander's down there, but he's known. An automatic holding off toward lobby, or excuse me, at lockers. Will catch out the rest crossing over as well. So he's going to have issues. Won't get full vision. Decent attempt with the AUG from that angle. Keep in mind that Zelsis is downstairs, so he's got to be well aware of the fact that they're going by. They've cleared out toward control. He's got great position on the catwalk. Vents no longer come in that way, and Kiyoshima's already holding the ramp, which means they have to confront him directly. He gets the advantage on the angle no matter how they play it. New box covered off. Orange is not. Kyo will burrow into that position, and they do attempt to try and spray behind the silo to spot Zelsis, but he's playing the corner.
Oh, did he actually end up molotoving his teammate? I
think he
so.
did. I don't know where that came from. It definitely was on that direction, but did it bounce off something and roll down? Either way, Keo had to go running. Bomb's still down. Celsius is still up, and it's just Norbert left over, so it should work out for Cloud9, and it will. Flush is going to close the round. I do need to look at that again. Yeah, where did that Molotov come from?
Like maybe the flames just spilled over and ended up going down towards lower. It looked like he threw it correctly to me, but maybe the Molotov just came in from the T side. Either way, they win the round, so it's not a huge talking point, and that's a bit of a nightmare situation for Winstrike. They missed their smokes outside. Difficult to recover that situation. They were taking a lot of damage, couldn't cross over safely, and things starting to go wrong. So, 5 AUGs on the CT side. Nuke is the perfect map to use that weapon. Outside especially. Lots of long-range duels, and we'll see if they want to buy the AWP. Automatic is the sniper of the team, but he's also a world-class rifler. Flush up, holding outside for now. World Edit has the AWP. Has consistency issues. But he has the open position. Getting on top of T-Red. He's going to have 2 players in front of him. He'll nail this first shot, but does he get taken down in return? He doesn't. Down to 16 HP. Lovely shot. It's a common position Automatic was in. Normally good for 1 kill, but what did it pretty far in that spot. He gets the initial opening frag, and it's a 5-on-4. And they're going to drop those smokes and not necessarily use them.
Good point made on Twitter about the opening pistol round. That decoy would have actually broke out the window, which was noticeable, but the smoke went through it later, which we didn't see that. We actually snapped off to watch. So basically, it doesn't break the window. When the smoke comes in, it gives you that extra split second to try and execute. So potentially that's what they were trying to do with it.
Yeah.
Used to do that with an HE, but obviously a decoy's $50, so in the pistol round, just use that.
Sure.
Waylander to open up the door. Oh. Keo's going to be smoked off. Rush could have vision. Oh, good timing on the flash. He gets one. Panic spray behind him, but Flusha was able to control the situation for him, and now they could just settle into it on the upper site. Rolvetta can't even find the op shot, and Norbert still outside, nowhere to go.
I like that serve from Keo as well. If you're feeling uncomfortable on the hut, just chuck it on the top of it like that, sticks in the corner, and if they do flash you, they don't have much of a chance to actually kill you there. Water there with the opening frag, but that's all they get. It's got to be 2-2, and 4 players surviving Cloud9. We weren't sure what they'd present here, but they seem pretty comfortable in these gun rounds, and they've actually broken the money down to almost nothing here on the Winstrike side. Here's Flusher getting it down, backing his teammates up. You can see that all coming into full effect. No scope required. As Zelsis, great work outside as well to find Norbert, who has been finding a lot of success this tournament, his rookie season. First major, certainly turning some heads. Winstrike won't have anything here, just Glocks, no armor, a couple of P250s at the very most. As they'll try that luck towards upper, bomb down. He doesn't sneak his way down the vent. As they go towards ramp, Zelsis should be able to find both, maybe even the third here. Absolutely. And that's a very clean round for Cloud9.
Yeah, he's going to have a big task holding off on ramp. It's not so much that people contest it as frequently anymore, but it's extremely important to be efficient, to find 1 or 2 kills, or to know when to cut your losses and rotate out early.
Yeah.
So it is a very important to the overall complexion of the round. It's an important position to play.
It's a fine art playing ramp. You have to know when to fall back, even if it's the fact of, sure, I could get a kill here, but it's more beneficial just to stay alive and let them have the ramp room. Obviously against pistols, I don't have to talk about it too much, but yes, one of the absolute gods is Zipex. You want to watch them.
Exactly what I was going to mention, but it's something, and you're right, against pistols, it's not the craziest thing, but it's just a note. Keep an eye on that through the half.
Yeah.
Because if they want to Winstrike, if they think that that's a weakness, if Zelsis is the weakest player, they could exploit that. They could try and challenge him. Flusha has no gap to fire at this time. The smokes actually land, and they will get down toward the secret staircase quite aggressively. Zelsis, knowing that, getting that call, has rotated effectively. So again, even if they don't contest ramp, he needs to know when to make the decisions.
Oh, he's not going to get killed from T-Con. Oh, yeah, he's aware of it now. So drops the incendiary, and the T's should be able to take him down. It's not the greatest spot, but he needs to reposition maybe down towards Shadow. Yes, that will be better for him.
Smart played. couldn't hit the shots. Molotov gave him a chance to focus on Deacon, and even when he was blind, he just tried to stagger his step just enough. He looks all right so far in this position. 2 again for him. Bomb down, but picked up and recovered. It'll go to the corner, the safe side of Old Toxic.
Yeah, it's a great plan, nice and open. Makes the CTs very vulnerable when they go for the defuse here. Automatic on the sniper, and you can see it's really working out for him. Just Boomich now, holding behind the silo, and you don't think he's going to do much of this.
I think so, but he's trying to make it... Oh, if he had hit one of the 2 of those, he's trying to make it interesting. Could have worked out. Bomb will be defused. We get now another round of 4th for Cloud9, and that's a 4th in a row as well. Bomb plant, 4 rounds. Tons of money, actually, on the Winstrike side. They'll buy again.
Zelsis didn't look like he was good for 2 frags there, but he did a great job. Rush detecting presence outside. That was the shot that really secured it for Cloud9. Automatic aware of the push towards ramp. Nails it. Boomich isolated in the 1 versus 3. They're down to just pistols again, it seems. As we'll see the Tech-9s, or CZ I should say, and a PT-50 as a Deagle purchase at the end. Wayland is 0 and 5 right now, but very early on in the stages here. Cloud9 with 4 rounds in a row after losing the pistol. After approach coming through, but bullets in return, and will be Kiyoshima to open things up as Norbert makes his way towards the engine, making a ton of noise there, surely taken down.
That's optimistic, isn't it?
Indeed.
Flashes the big garage and just thinks, rather than even challenge me, and I think it might have been well suited just to take the fight, but wants to run by it and get outside. Kind of where Quick is now.
Yeah, there's a player in garage though, so they should take care of this, no problem.
The Eagle. Don't want to give it too much of a chance. But Cloud9. Ooh, baby.
Flusher likes a knife, doesn't he?
Absolutely, he does. More money, I was going to say. Flusher now has... Well, he only has 3750. He's one of the players that had to reinvest this round.
Ooh, get a plan out of this. Ooh, will he?
Oh, yep.
Yes, he will.
Just barely. Goes down to the flames. Zelsis will get it and get the defuse. Nearly burns himself alive, but that's fine. He knew the timing. Wouldn't have been the end of the world. Though early in the half, you certainly don't want to give money away, and that was the point I was going to make, is that Cloud9 keep all 5. There's 5 on the team alive. But again, that max loss bonus comes into effect, and it's another plant.
That's the sound of the knife. Flusher gets himself an extra $1,500 there. Takes his total now to $7,200, but it's Rush who's high rolling on 11k. Kiyoshima $12,000. So they got plenty of money now. Really built themselves a nice defense as we get to the next gun round here. That bomb planted, they can bring out the orb for world edits. It's not super effective though. It's not like you can be a superstar sniper on Nuke. It's like you can get the opening pick and that's pretty much your responsibility. Maybe in the post-plant scenario you can have some more impact, but difficult to be a showstopper on Nuke with the orb. ADR 6 for Wayland. They're really struggling to get into this one. They win the pistol, and so far Cloud9 don't look too rattled from that. Oh, they've stabbed each other in spawn. Come on, boys.
Henry G, Tilt 101.
Can we just stop making that a thing?
Well, World Edit's got a thing going on outside. Kiyoshima's caught. That's the first time they've had the opening pick. Certainly outside for sure, as Flusha now has to hold it with the AUG instead. He'll do it at a passive approach. Off angle to watch the hut. Excuse me, the main entrance at the very least. Norbert might be spotted. Yeah, he was, but too late. He's already dropped down. At least it confirms to Flusher they are going to be outside, and he's aware that they could wrap around. Or a flash from his teammate nearly costs him, but thankfully for his sake, they didn't walk out any further from the blue crate, and he could hear Norbert trying to retreat. I'm surprised he does, because Norbert was retreating. He had that one absolutely, but to find a third, no way, and it goes back to a 3-on-3.
Oh my goodness, that was sick from Flusher. I'm surprised he went for another one, but why not, I guess. You're low HP. Almost took down another. Zelsis, the player, got stabbed at the start. And we'll see him challenge towards the garage there, but only doing a little bit of damage. But Rush could do a lot more from this position. Manages to get on the T silo here. They won't be aware of this. It's not a common position. That's a kill for him. No problem, I say that. He follows up with the grenade. That could actually do it. Not quite deep enough. So that flank was so promising, but unfortunately didn't get the kill. He'll have to pull back.
Rush jumps down onto the ledge in lobby. So a CT in lobby, usually indicative of the fact that they know exactly what's going on the map. Radar split again. You can certainly see that one's downstairs on either side, and Automatic's going to have challenges. The fact they've wrapped all the way around and they've got to where the ramp, he's got to be very careful, and he certainly is. But he's not aware of the second player that I was getting to was Waylander, bomb to be planted as a result. Rush could potentially didn't. He gets the second player instead. Quick, able to trade off of it, and it's around for Winstrike. 5-3, they're third. But what it does mean is that they get around after 5 going against them. Thankfully, they'll be able to buy, but only one player surviving means they'll be very limited if they're not careful this round.
Need to be extremely careful where Cloud9 know they can shut this down. They've got plenty of money in reserve. You can see even after the full investment, they still have around 3K on most of them. Rush and Kiyoshima still with 7,000. So much cash there. Winstrike need to win a couple more rounds to break this down. This is the most important, though, to avoid the reset. Heading towards outside, Norbert jumping up on top of the T boxes. Nate could do some damage. And will be the Kiyoshima Org that is strike first. That finds Waylander. He's actually managed to get a couple of kills under his belt now. Norbert quietly makes his way towards the secret steps and successfully does so, making sure he checks every position but automatic in a prime spot to take him down. No doubt in his mind that he wasn't finding that kill. And Zelsis, a prime example of maybe a time to fall back when you have a 5-on-3 advantage around. You don't need to challenge that choke point, just play a headshot angle and drop off. He gives his kill away and gives him some sort of access towards lower, but automatic has the rotators towards window. And he could actually be on here as he waits for an opportunity, but smoked out for now. He might be able to get the bomb down. Is there any sort of gap for him to use?
No gap at all, and they're going to go directly by. Good time to turn the X-ray off. Gives you an idea of really how little sometimes these guys have to play with. He's aware now they're in the site based on the noise of the bomb planting, and he could see it, but he didn't realize it until too late. Bomb not only gets planted, but Quick actually gets away because he tags him through the edge of the silo. Watch the flank. Rush is on it. And I don't think, Robert has no idea.
Yeah, that's the orb gone.
Boomich, he's going to wait for the arrival. Quick's got it instead. Rush down, look to what decon, but it's Flusha that gets it. Quick's been excellent in these trades. Automatic's been sensational up close with the AWP.
He really has. Close range AWP shots connected more often than not. Defuse comes in, the bomb is planted at least, so there's some cash coming in, but it is a harsh reset. You can see a couple of the players really feeling it. Norbert, Boomich, Waylander, all hovering around $2,500 as they go down 6-3. If Cloud9 pick up Nuke, they're in a fantastic position going forward here. No one expected them to deliver. We weren't sure what they could really do on Nuke, and it's a bit of a specialist map pick, and this team haven't got the greatest amount of depth for good reason. They're missing their in-game leader, they don't have a coach here, and how much work they can actually do in the downtime here. It's either working out theory or just working on the deathmatch. I think they would maybe choose the latter, considering their strengths lie within the individuals.
3 rounds already, though. And we mentioned it, Cloud9 don't really play Nuke. There might be something in this game still.
Well, it's still very early days, right? If you even get 4 rounds on the T side, win the pistol in the second, this is your map pick. You picked it for a reason. You could 14-0 the next half and just run away with it. But lots of different buts there. We'll see. Has to be the eco for now. Quick will bring out a Deagle and Llama. That's about it. The rest of them on Glocks or PC-50s. Flusher watching for the silo play. Quick will smartly position himself away from the initial headshot. Well, not for long.
Okay. That headshot was still found.
Yeah, it definitely was. Can confirm.
Flusher's looking for more. Good awareness.
Not
that
bad.
is very smart. Not a second too soon did he look over to his right and catch the player that was lurking outside. Automatics transition back towards CT to find the shot as well. Waylander, Booch is gone. All right, give you credit, Waylander. I'll give you credit. It's a nifty little play, but it's still going to be the round to Cloud9.
Just trying to get that extra cash. You can't just run down lower and plant the bomb anymore. It's not as fast. But 7-3. A little purchase for Waylander. This shot from Flusher, spot on. This one even better, considering his low HP. Automatic chiming in as well. Kyo did get stabbed in that process, but managed to kill him anyway. So 2 Galils, 3 AKs, and presumably just outside smokes to try and get towards secret. Or maybe they'll try something a little bit more aggressive towards upper perhaps. Smoke down a ramp denies the rush. Norbert just negating smokes outside.
Norb. Take out those windows once more. Install a Mac instead.
Dad jokes at their finest.
I'm practicing all my dad jokes because I'm never going to be a dad, so I've got to get one part of it down. That or my kids are in chat like we talked about the other day.
That's true.
So
that's a good point.
Just tell them that.
Your flock and your children. 1 minute remaining. Upper execution, that's a smoke towards the heaven position, but no one there.
Interesting position from Rush. Keo this time only gets one, but he's still up on rafters, far side. No, he hasn't been there all game, so they won't be able to check it, or even if they do, he's got the jump on them. You can see him waiting for the flash that never came. Automatic got quick as well, and it's Norbert founding Flusha, but it's still going to be the man advantage to Cloud9. Bombs on the other side of that wall. World Edit's got to enter the site. Norbert, he knew Rush was up there. He's trying to clip off all 10 toes with the shots from the AK, but it won't work out because Automatic's there to keep his man alive and walking, and unfortunately, Norbert's actually just said, you know what, guys, I'm going to help you. I'll smoke myself into position. Tried to take advantage of it where he could, but Automatic's got the shot instead.
So just to explain that one, he was hoping to right-click the smoke a little bit deeper in towards main entrance, walk through it and see what he could do. Actually ended up just smoking himself out of the position. Maybe found himself a little gap there, but ultimately, Automatic looking stunning right now on the CT side. He's got 11 frags to his name. Kiyoshima not far behind on 10. He's playing the all-important hub position. Managed to get one, but Rush stepped up the responsibility, and we'll see what happens next.
My dad just messaged me to say that bad dad jokes are funny, and I probably am already a dad, so even my dad knows.
That's not bad. You learn from the best. That's for sure.
Yeah, apparently. Flusha trying to get shots outside. He'll find Norbert. He's been exceptional so far with the AUG as well. And he hasn't done it all in the same fashion. We saw the knife from a garage when he played that angle to make sure they were committing, and at that time they had a player toward lockers or heaven to spot secret. When he plays passively, he's letting them walk over top of silo and into his position. Kiyoshima's the one to go down this time, but we've got a hint of what Zelsis is up to with a Molotov to slow things off on that side of the map. And despite that they've got the garage, they still only have the Deagles to work with.
Well, there's another player removed. Zelsis holding strong, and Boomich have to do something show-stopping at this point. It's quick to deliver a headshot towards Flusha, though, and they've got a bit of lower presence now. Waylander down there with the bomb as well. Doesn't want to go to the plant just yet, it seems, and Boomich continues to find headshots. 3 versus 2, all of a sudden they have the advantage. Automatic is watching towards lower, and he hasn't really missed a shot so far. Blows up the door just to give him vision towards that particular area, but surely this is where Winstrike can capitalize. Boomich goes down to 20 HP now. They know Rush is in towards that upper bomb side. We've got 30 seconds remaining. Automatic, after nading towards lower, fancies his chances towards lobby. The bomb still heads downstairs, though. That will be planted. It looks like Winstrike might have done enough here. The AWP on the retake is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Rush aware is going for it. Teammate with him, and the doors will swing open at this point, but positioned away from them. Waylander trying to avoid any CT presence.
Rush doing what he can. Awkward reload situation. Brings an automatic AWP. Such luck to find a shot, though, and I said just Eagles outside. Cloud9 was giving themselves the distance to make sure they could win these exchanges. Apparently those Deagles, more than enough for Winstrike to find a 4th round. And we have to continue to analyze this, saying that Cloud9 don't really play nuke. So yes, okay, it looks great on the CT side. You have to remember what map we're on, and that Winstrike, every single round we're getting right now, it's great.
Oh, he goes down. Boomich was like 20 HP. One of those PT-50 bullets would have taken him. And they lose the AWP. Boomich gets 4 in total. Oh my goodness, he finishes the round at 7 kills total, so he barely had any impact in this game until that particular round, and it means absolutely everything. They're back on their feet now, right back into it, 8-4, and we get into the next round. It is going to be a timeout at this point. And we'll see if Cloud9 can still buy. Automatic back on the AWP. Still a cash for that, but this will be the moment they're broken if they give this round up. Here's Boomich getting it done. 4 kills in total. That one was sensational. And he managed to take away the AWP at the very end as well. So not only did he kill everyone, he managed to get well at an AWP. So that's pretty good. Orgs are out again. Zelsis opting for the M4 this time. Higher rate of fire might be more beneficial for him.
Rush is going to miss the ladder completely. His teammate bumped him off it, so at least Keo's in there quick enough. And he'll get back on Hut, where he's been so many times. Zelsis gets a boost this time from Flusha. Now, keep in mind that Flusha is normally your outside player. He boosting Zelsis is already indicated, therefore, based on position, he's going to rotate underneath and try and hold secret from within. And they've already got a rotation down vents as well, because Automatic didn't have vision if they crossed or not. So they've put Kiyoshima down there. That means upper's a little bit weak, and if they wrap around, they can exploit that. Automatic's already got one to stop them, couldn't quite find the second. But if they go to that stairwell, they've got great positioning downstairs on the Cloud9 side.
Trying to focus on Automatic here, but he's had so many fantastic close-range shots. Spots Norbert, takes him down, and he is doing such work outside. 5 versus 3, and Automatic essentially to sit in CD spawn now. He wants a bit more here, and I feel like that's a bit of a misplay. We'll see if he capitalizes. He actually ends up getting another one. This is absolutely wild from him, and it'll be a 5 versus 2. Most Orpals think 2 kills, I'll take it, but he wanted the third, and maybe a bit more.
Surprised World Edit didn't actually consider that he was going to be sneaking up. It looked like his crosshair placement was on Heaven, and he knew his teammate Norbert just went down to Automatic. So they lose one lower. Still, they can't advance on that. There's no one downstairs right now from Cloud9. Actually, just trying to flash Automatic into better position because Zelsis is rotated all the way around. If he contains them, if he holds them even a little bit, Zelsis has at least got one kill on a platter. It's quick. He's gone. Not the most efficient kill. Awkward exchange downstairs. Waylander will go down to Rush. Bomb was dropped outside on that kill from Zelsis anyway. And it's 9-4. The concerning part to me for Winstrike, I say it's Nuke in that they've got 4 rounds, you get 5, you get 6, you have a contest on the CT side.
Yeah.
Problem is that when you're in the comeback mode, you've got to be very careful about how you do it, and oftentimes timeouts help you do that. They only have 1 left already.
That's a very good point. They are running out quite quickly. And Winstrike and their map pick, you'd think they'd be doing a little bit more damage after winning the pistol, being 9-4 down. It is the T side, but they are going to fully invest in this particular round. We have 2 AK-47, 3 pistols, and this is the quick outside play. Time will tell. The smokes have been deployed, but they're not going to be using them. Actually thrown horribly, but luckily no one there to capitalize upon the mistake, and it will be Quick, who actually lives up to his name and pushes through towards main entrance. Rush, surely not going to get more than 1. They haven't pincered him at all. He gets 3 kills somehow, and there's Automatic, who I don't think has missed a shot yet. Leaves it in the 3 versus 1. Boomich managed to get 4 kills on their Deagle round, but surely he can't do anything with this.
Swings back through Hut. At this point, he's trying to get away, and Zelsis capitalizes on it. He's looking alive now on Nuke. Up to 11 kills. Everyone's pretty close together. On Cloud9 as they hit 10 rounds. Double digits. Minimum goal, in my opinion, on Nuke. And Winstrike. Not much to work with going into this round 15. See if we can pull out anything at all. They're going to have to force everything they can, at the very least.
I can't believe Rush got 3 there. They all went around the same angle. Instead of pincering him and guaranteeing the kill, they all swing wide. It doesn't really make sense. It baffles me, to be honest. But last round, CZ's only. They've won a couple of pistol rounds now. Outside smokes deployed quickly. I think that it's going to commit with 4 players. They've got 1 down the vent. Waylander, has he got the bomb? He has not. Trying to
Come on,
again.
Really? He's going to try that now? I suppose. Wishful thinking.
Well,
he got down there fast enough. He knows he's going to cause a panic rotation.
The CZ would be fine in that position, like firing even without the accuracy. You're not going to miss much, and that's been the same story for Automatic throughout this first map here. Every orb shot is just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been stunning. A little bit awkward now because he has to look back toward Decon, and that's when they want to work out the control. But Zelsis is still there to bail him out and does exactly that. 2 more for him. Quick gets the only kill. It's going to be 11-4 for Cloud9 at half of map number 1. Remember, this is our last best of 3 of the Challenger stage. It's the last spot available in the new Legend stage.
They lost the pistol, but Cloud9 are looking strong. It's 11-4 at half, but still, the T side could be problematic. We'll see what they can do after this break.
we get back into it with Cloud9 in the lead. A significant lead at 11-4, but it is Nuke, and we continue to harp on that. I got a tweet during halftime, and although this is very common knowledge for most of our viewers, some don't always watch Counter-Strike until the majors, so they may not be familiar. Cloud9 doesn't have a coach, although Valens is here.
Yes, good point.
He's not behind them. The reason being is that Golden is their fifth, and he's part of the three that they need to have a core. Unfortunately, Golden has been sick for, oh, good shot from Quick. He's had some health issues for a period of time that unfortunately and effectively ruled him out for this event. Zelsis, therefore, was registered as the coach, therefore could stand in. So Zelsis technically is the coach.
Yes, very good point. Valens is here, and Zelsis is as well, as he finds the opening headshot towards the upper bomb site. If Cloud9 get this round, it could be done, because there will be a 12-4 lead and another eco, and then it goes to, what, 13-4, as the bomb not going to go down quickly, as Norbert is there, and he defends valiantly with a nice headshot, and will he get another? Not quite. That allows the bomb to cross over.
Bomb does cross, therefore is going to be planted. Norbert's trying to do what he can, but knows that running blindly toward it is not that advised, because he's got to worry about decontamination. As soon as Zelsis stepped out, though, he instantly took his head off, and now they've got the advantage on the retake. Smoke, it's deep. It's not on top of the bomb. It's gone toward New Box. There's a chance they can still hold that from Decon, which means they have to take fights. They have to get aggressive. Norbert's going to trade, but Keo has the cards. He's got everything in his hand in his favor, because that smoke is just so poorly placed that now he should win out the round. 21 HP for Boomich. Boomich is on it. He's on it. Keo's got to go. He's got to peek it now, just barely in time. He gets the shot.
Yeah, nice and calm from Keo. It looked a little bit closer than it actually was. He was always going to check that towards the end and open the door. Saw the 4 DPs there, and I have to say, Norbert, some stunning shots there, but wasn't quite enough to win the round. Down they go towards lower through the vent, and that's such a key round for Cloud9. Like I said, has to be full eco now for Winstrikes. That's 13-4, pretty much locked in. Will they buy anything? That's the question. Zelsis, nice shot to open things up, and Kiyoshima equally as good outside, and then he was the one who really cemented it. Nice and calm in that particular situation, so well done by him. Not gonna be wasting any time here with the smokes. Looks like Cloud9 have got the fundamentals and the wraps. Seem absolutely comfortable here on you. As now they look to get one step closer. It's their map pick next of Overpass. So if they can close this out efficiently, they're on track for a 2-0, but they have to get there first. Nuke is such a weird map. Even the 13-4 lead's going to fall apart.
Fantastic work from range. After you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Just to know, just because they're probably going to keep all their SMGs here, they might do something crazy like an upper rush, like straight away next round, drop down the vent, and have a huge upper hand, because there's going to be a good chance a lot of players won't have helmets. So that's happened now. So we're going to have Mac 10, so you're not going to throw those away. You could like rush ramp, rush upper. They're going to do something fast. You just do the outside smokes down towards lower. They have a huge advantage here. And let's see how many helmets are actually purchased on this CT side, because utility really is king on the Nuke CT side. Let's have a look. You move your lovely body out of the way. Let's see 3 naked heads.
Now I shouldn't have let you talk first. You're going to be rude.
That was a nice thing.
I pooped before the scoop. That's why.
So 2 helmets there. Well, then it's got a scout, and there are 3 players with our helmets, and they do have a distinct lack of utility here. So tactical timeout called by Cloud9. So trying to work out what they do and how they can possibly take advantage of the fact they know the CTs are weak here.
Well, the interesting thing is, too, we talked about this yesterday, because remember, they lost 16-1. They then won 16-1, but they lost 16-1 to Vici in the opening map of that series. And we were touching on the fact that when they're down that deficit, that difficult situation, they don't have the coach behind them. And they don't, although Flush has lots of experience in his in-game leading now, don't always have their true in-game leader in Golden.
It's a very good point.
It's the 2 that would call the timeouts not really there. So it's good to see them taking them today.
Yeah, I agree. So I was expecting something fast, maybe towards upper, and that's going to be the case. As Zelsis once again cracking the side open. It's at the Boomich with the Org, and actually well done it, delivering a brutal headshot towards Rush there. This might be enough. Remember, it's one of those rounds where you're not necessarily going to win it. You're going to try and cause as much financial chaos as you can. They've only got 1 kill, and it looks like Winstrike will be on their feet now. This is the all-important round, and Automata will do what he can to do anything. As he gets 1 kill, he knows he's not long for this world. He's suggesting with that smoke he's gone to to collect the rifle there, and he'll be behind the smoke. He's trying to bait out CTs who won't necessarily be aware that he's close now. Spots one, but there's Wild Edit, who took a bit of a gamble there with the scout, but he hit an absolutely amazing shot towards Upper to back up Boomich on the bomb site floor, and they will still be feeling this, by the way. 13-5 down, but it's just such a weird map in terms of this so CT-sided that you're actually fine at this point, really.
Yeah, it's CT-sided still for teams who don't play it often, and that includes Cloud9. When you get teams like Astralis,
True.
Any of the Danish teams, really, you do start to see the potential that it has now for the outside exploitation, the smokes that can be used in that position. But yeah, no doubt, it is still a CT-sided map. At the end of the day, it's going to be a CT-sided play outside to try and counter that, as well as they get aggressive toward Red Crate. Bit of a gap in the smoke. Keo wants to take advantage of it. No one played the short side. And Flusha, who played outside the entire time, knows how to counter it, throws a Molotov far and wants to drop in, but they don't account for Quick. He and Waylander, before Waylander died, found a kill, so therefore take a 2-1 trade advantage.
They absolutely will. They did so much damage with the utility at the start there as well. The HGs and incendiaries doing so much work. And Quick's not done just yet, it seems, as he tries to battle Flusher, but I wouldn't recommend that. The shots he's been hitting today have been incredible. 3 versus 3. Quick could have taken the advantage, but went for the duel instead. Bomb down for now, and Wild Edit actually on a rifle. He upgraded to an AUG from the previous scout. But the problem is no utility left on Cloud9 here. It's still an incredibly difficult procedure to actually get anywhere near a bomb site. What's the play? Kiyoshima seems to think lower is where they might find some success. It's always so scary. He's trying to bait out a shot with his barrel there, but nothing there at all. So here's fine. You can see the top left of your screen. We have a radar that demonstrates where the players could be positioned down towards lower. But the fact he's holding vents now is actually very strong. Hello. And I don't think Boomich took... Oh, Keo. Could have just told his teammates where he was and they got him to kill like that. Keo gives himself up for free, and unfortunately that really does fall apart there. Yeah,
Norbert collects 2 in the bomb. So Keo goes all the way back around. 12 seconds. I want to just hold on to his AK. I think he's realized it, but it's too late to realize that, and Norbert's found that kill as well. So he ends the round with 3. Puts him on just 10 total, but they're starting to get into contention 2 rounds after the pistol, splitting the half thus far and giving them 6. And the money. More importantly, the money.
Great shot from Flush Out. Given the real chance, and Keo, he went for a real gamble there, shooting on the ladder. Anyone who's not aware, if you're touching a ladder in CSGO, it removes all accuracy from your weapon, and it's a massive RNG affair. And yeah, at that range, there was a chance he gets the kill, but it would have been an anomaly. I felt like he could just given the information for his teammates towards main, and they could have come in and pre-fired that position, but he gave himself up, and then at that point, pretty much repositioned. They now have no money. This is where you'll see Winstrike just edge back into this round by round, and once it gets to like double digits, we'll start thinking they can actually do this. We'll see. As it should be an eco here for Cloud9. Nothing purchased so far, not even $1 spent. So, just going to be going in on Glocks only, and probably just getting on top of that main entrance and going with some quick trades here. We'll see what happens.
Florog AK setup, pistols only. Rush is going to drop down. Didn't think he was going to make it. You don't have to jump, but he did kind of go on an angle. I wasn't sure he was going to fully commit and get it right. Quick's got Keo. Rush wants to drop one further level and get inside, but now Quick is aware of what they're up to, and he'll use the scope on top of the AUG to make sure he hits the shot. Automatic found one. What did he get for it? An AUG. No armor to work with to go along with that, but it's something. If he can be clever about positioning and find a kill, could be onto something. Vents, bypass Norbert. Try and get upstairs quickly. Thinks better of it. Boomich is still there, and would easily spawn him coming out of the ladder. So Automatic gonna open the door, smoke it immediately, try and bait out some movement, goes back around. If he gets in the vent, looks to his right. I take it back. Okay. Norbert's still inside on catwalk, so he doesn't get much of a reaction at all. World Edit, meanwhile, on Flusha, and there it is. All Automatic could do was walk out. Boomich and Quick were upstairs the whole time. Difficult position to walk up that ladder and hope for the best. You really need someone selling a distraction first.
Well, there we go. Cloud9 pick up the pistol, but lose the 3 subsequent rounds after that. This is where we thought they might struggle on the T side. As we mentioned, the map was quite shallow. The CT side was very good. Just seemed to have a basic understanding of how the map works and some strong aimers. They've certainly got all that covered, but the T side is where you'll truly be tested as to whether you can penetrate the defense. Automatic 22 kills to his name, but starting to slow down now. It's still very early days in the second half. We'll see what they can do with the fast outside smokes. Kiyoshima trying to get across. Luckily, that smoke blooms just in time and he actually gets down safely.
Flush already on top of the AC position again. Headshot for him. That's again? Twice he's won that against the AUG. Ooh. And Kiyoshima's going to equal the task with a fantastic shot on Waylander.
Okay.
Not easy. This is the man that's been so impressive so far. That's a phenomenal, but that's so quick. How are we supposed to keep up with that? Norbert's been exceptional this half so far, and he just gets removed. That was everything went Cloud9's way.
Well, Kiyoshima, go downstairs and kill everyone, and I'll kill everyone outside. That's basically the strategy they went with there, and it seems to be very effective, I have to say. That shot from Flusher seems to be a bit of a specialist shot of his, it seems. That was, like you said, the same shot, the same player, and the same results. So there we go, 14-7. Can't really argue with the result of that round. If Cloud9 get this, the money will be broken. It almost is, to be fair. It's quick on the orb, not well at it. They got FAMAS's, and now a 5-on-4. Automatic will have a quick pick there. You can see the reaction from the CTs, and it should be for the double kill, considering it's the orb on the second player, but at least keeping their head above water. Lose this round, they lose the first map. So, Kiyoshima again, finding more and more kills towards lower. It looks like we are going to find the 15th round for Cloud9, and remember that means no cash at all. There'll be $1,900 per player on the CT side of Nuke. They haven't really had a chance to show us what they're capable of due to that really poor start. Oh no, Boomage, don't do that.
Just make it easy for them. You're right, there is no cash at all. It's Overpass next, which we might be looking toward, and Cloud9 have picked that map.
Indeed they have. So, our final best of 3 of this stage of the major. It's been a long old 5 days for Cloud9. This is looking like they might be making their way forward though. Zelsis, a player that hasn't delivered in the first couple of days, but really come into his own, I have to say, over the last 2. Looked much better. And maybe it was more of a nerve thing. Remember, this is his first major, right? He hasn't got the experience of anyone on this server. Maybe him and Norbert were the only ones who haven't ever played at a major before. And maybe it's a little bit too daunting. You know, you're replacing the in-game leader, essentially, and then having to fill in whenever they want you to. You haven't had a massive amount of time to get comfortable. But it seems like, just like G2, he's arrived just in the nick of time, as now it's up to Cloud9 to give this round away. They should close it out here.
Flash over. Won't really do much. Just trying to take the map one step at a time. They go back in toward lobby. Haven't seen a lot toward ramp. Last round there was the trade on the op. You mentioned it. You thought it would be a double. They get that ramp room and force the rotation. Keo gets a world of opportunity in his position as well. That draws World Edit back to lockers though, so even if they wanted to this, they're gifted ramp. 4 players in there, and Keo with 1 shot has pulled the op over. They're sectioning off the map so effectively. Keo wants more information. He'll look downstairs. Quick wants to play it on an angle that has to commit. Kill's already come in, though, at ramp. Op's gone. Crossfire potential is there, and it works. That is such a strong position for the CTs. Keo reveals that, though. So all they have to do is hold the inners of the site. Flusha needs to make sure he's looking at the door and not away from it. He can hear them on the other side. He'll get Norbert. Sprays back in. Looks for Quick, but can't find it. Bomb is planted in the meantime as Flusha gets back out and makes no mistake. He's hungry. He wants more, but it's Waylander that's got the CZ onto him instead. Not done yet because he's got an AK-47 and he does indeed have a kit plus the smoke. He's gonna have to be extremely clever using it though in a 1-on-3. He's already got 1 damage onto the other, but Rush has position and Cloud9 have the map 16-7.
Well, a lot of question marks around the team going into this map, but they certainly have been answered now. Cloud